it takes a mickey and it causes arguments. So, now you see the picture's proper now, don't you?
Yeah.
Right. So we was walking up the stairs a bit ago, well, running because we've been chased by something downstairs that's not great. We're not going near that part, which is fine. Anyway, and then you could hear us running up the stairs, and the frame of the film had actually stopped on the stairs. In the hall over there, which we'll be going in later, I've got a picture of a cat ball flying off a suit of armour. I've got a video of that. So there is loads of stuff and it being interacting with stuff. So who's the next to ask?
I've just been.
Right.
How does it work?
How does it work? Right. They're going to ask, you're going to touch the cat ball, the other one hopefully, and then we'll try and get some evidence. You can also make a noise, make a bang, or do something to let them know that you're in the room. Is that okay? Or you can move away from that cat ball over there and stop it flashing, that will be good. Right, next.
I'm Diane, can you make a bang?
Did stop the cat ball for a second, but go on. Next.
Vanessa, can you move the cat ball?
Go on, that's a good one, Vanessa. Next.
Why is she here?
Why are you here? What is going on? It's not personal, Anne. He just wants to know what your plans are. Right, next.
Just ask it to do something. And Laura, can you move the cat ball, please?
Oh, you stopped it there, Laura, completely. Now, it's not stopped all the way. Thank you, it started again. So it has done something. You asked it to, and it has done. But he doesn't understand why your friend's here. All right.
Kelly, can you turn a page in the book?
Oh, yeah, not ambitious, Kelly, but let's go for it. How would you feel if you'd seen it floating up now? Who would be the last in?
I'm not sure what I believe.
What we're doing here?
No, somebody's going.
Right, next.
I'm Sophie, can you make a noise?
Next.
I'm Marie, can you knock on the table?
Do you know what? I like this group. It's good. We get some investigations, and everyone, it's like join hands and contact the living. It's really awful with the people. And then,
Sorry, we're closed.
sorry, we're closed. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it sometimes. And sometimes it'll be like, what do you want as evidence? Well, I want it to pick a table up and throw it across the room. And I'm like, can't we just move a cat ball? What's wrong with? Why do you have to start at such big things, really? Why are you closed? Are we talking about the castle being closed? Because it's reopening now, isn't it? It's more opening than it's shut these days. Anyone want to ask any questions about anything? Or sometimes a good thing with ghosts is to ignore them, and then they'll do something to get your attention. That's the plan. And it also means that I don't have to think too hard.
So what was this room before?
This was Countess, as I've been corrected, Winifred's writing room. So she'd come here and do all the writing. She'd look out her beautiful stuff and she'd just write whatever she was writing.
So is it Winifred that's making...
Cage.
Yeah, who's talking to you?
Right, so a spirit will influence this, right, and it will actually have some words that it comes through with. So, Cage, now that's interesting with the story of here. So I don't know, I'm making things fit, and the problem with these things is that we create a story out of the words that we get. So she was a bit bullied by her husband, according to legend, and she didn't like him, and and this might have been where she would have caged herself away from him, to be quite honest. This would have been her bit of space, her bit of a sanctuary, to be quite honest, where she'd go to get some space. Mind you, the house is quite big, they probably have other places. All right then, so does someone who's brave want to shut the door too a bit, so that we don't get the draft from there? And then we can just feel it naturally, supernaturally building together. That'd be nice, won't it? So I'll tell you, I'm trying to big it up a bit. Last Halloween was the first time we did it. And we was in the hall, which I'll be doing later. And we had everyone looking at the door, and it was vibrating the one to the stairs, and we was waiting for it, and someone had one of them stick figure devices where you can see a stick figure, and they could see one at the door, and we're all going, oh my god, this is amazing. And we turned round and the other door that was bolted had been unlocked and opened and no one had been near it.
Oh,
And that was absolutely mental. So we've had we've had poltergeist activity, as in the cat ball moving, we've had little stones thrown around there. And there's something down the cellar that's, well, we don't go down there and we've put protection so it doesn't come up. It's not good because there was dodgy stuff done down there years ago. But that was mad because we have all the investigators' names in this device so it can talk to us. And when we was in there, my good lady Lisa, who'll be doing the table tipping later, it called her name out, so that didn't cheer her up. But it was, yeah. So anyone had paranormal experiences? Anyone had anything spooky or strange happen to them?
I've had a few when I was a child. Like just seeing, I don't know now whether it was just mist, but I was convinced at that age that I'd seen a ghost crossing the railway line.
Okay, so one of the things that's quite interesting about what you're saying.
How does it work?
How does it work? We're talking about this, and I was just going to explain it all to you. Thanks for the interruption. I'm not interruption, the input. So, does anyone know the good difference between a ghost and a spirit? Right, so a ghost is basically like a stone wall recording. It's a lot of emotion that's recorded by a place and replayed. It's not intelligent, it's just like a tape recording being played back. So you see the same ghost in the same place doing the same thing, and you won't be available, it won't see you. Spirit is an intelligent energy that we've all got that stays behind or comes back and visits, and that will interact with you and can interact with you. So the spirit manifesting will be an orb. You see an orb first, then you see the mist, and then you see the full figure. And that's how the manifestation of it goes. So if you're feeling that that's a ghost, then it possibly is on its way to manifestation. So you've known at some level that that's possibly what was occurring. Now, talking about mist, I'll take you outside in a minute and show you. Well, it won't be a minute, it'll be, because I'm enjoying this. But this garden here, and I've got a very trusted friend who's done loads of paranormal stuff, and he's actually seen the ghost in this garden, which was on top of a mist, and it was half a lady on top of a mist in this garden. And he's seen it with this.
Sorry, we're closed.
You do seem to be saying that quite a lot. You're not interested, and we're not playing today. But you are flashing the ball, so I'm confused. Will the lady that they don't know why you're here speak again, please? Because I want to see if he says anything else to you.
Oh, look.
Oh, it starts as soon as we mention your name. It's not playing. No, it's back again now. Back in the game. Do I speak again?
Stop the ball flashing.
Right. So ask it again now because it has a time lapse on it, so it should be stopping any time now.
Can you stop the ball from flashing, please?
That's daft because it shouldn't go that long. So just to give you an example, that's a standard. They're both standard. They shouldn't act any differently. Oh, that's just so annoying. Well, it's not. It could be paranormal. Right, so that's gone off. It's not reactivating itself. It's doing nothing. And that's normally the time spell of it going off. And that is going for excessively much longer. Now, I don't want to scare anyone or worry anyone. I just got the feeling that it's talking about messing with someone's hair. Does anyone feel like the hair's being touched?
I feel like my hat is.
Right, because I feel like he is talking. I do feel like I'm picking up on an energy and saying it's going to mess with someone's head, literally. Eh? So we don't know why your mate is here, but you're here to have your hair played with. No, I'm joking.
Throat.
Throat. No, we're not playing with the throat. That's fine.
Yeah.
She says throat and you're holding your neck.
Yeah, yeah. Can't breathe.
Well, it just said throat, so it's obviously sort of influencing you. Just ask it. No, don't. Right, just say stand back. It's fine. You're safe. There is nothing to worry about. Seriously.
You know, it's just that moving on your neck. Does it interact with, because we're here, so would paranormal activity still be going on if we weren't here?
Right.
I mean, I know that's hard to tell, but
I'm going to be dead philosophical with it, and it's a daft point. But if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a noise if we're not there to hear it? And that's the problem. We don't know, do we? If we're not here to observe what's going on, we don't know what's going on, do we? But it's a tension grip. You are totally safe, honestly. All right, so I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll tell you what we're going to do now.
Do you want to come and sit here? Yeah. No, I don't.
Right, do you know what we'll do? Right, okay. So if you all put...
See what I mean? You're scaring me now.
Right, all that we'll... No, listen, what we'll do is, if you can put your feet firmly...
Doctor.
Doctor. So we've got a doctor here if there's a problem. It's not a problem. It just said doctor, so we've got one here if there's a problem. No, you're all right, you're fine.
You mean we've got a dead doctor? A spirit doctor?
Possibly. I know, I'm joking. It's saying doctor, I don't know why. Right, so what we'll do...
Is it because I cough?
Help me. Right, so what we're going to do now...
God.
God's here with us, so we're all pretty okay, I would imagine. Right, so, if we close our eyes, put our feet firmly on the floor, which are all stood there, it's a start, isn't it? And what we're going to do is we're going to ask the energy to come down, and we're going to ask this glowing white light to come down, feel like there's roots growing from our feet into the ground. And we've got this glowing white light coming down now, and it's going to come over your head, and it's going to move any negativity that you're feeling or any emotions that you're feeling in a negative way. It's going over your face, your shoulders, down your chest, your arms, your stomach, and it's going down your torso, your legs, and into the ground now. And this is a beautiful light, powerful light that's wrapping you in a bubble of protection, and you are totally safe tonight. You are totally
Start.
Start. From this start, you are totally protected. It's just give you that information. Okay, so we're all safe now. No
28.
Well, it's interesting that it's saying 28, so there's supposed to be 30 on it. Let's see whether the two don't turn up. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? It might just be a coincidence. So do we think this thing might work, or do you think it's just a coincidence, or what do you think?
No idea. I'm not.
And I think it's good being skeptics. I think this stuff that you actually do and you go, I've had stuff and you go, I can't explain that. Now, there are some random words, but I've had this when we've had investigations and we're saying to the device, well, thanks for having us here, it's been really good. And the device has turned around and gone, oh, goodbye. And it's been like a conversation. And because of that, I'm more prone to believe that this can interact with you quite sensibly. Like, put the cat ball on and it'll go, well, what is it? And then you'll say, well, you make it flash, well, how does it work? And you get all that on the conversation, and you're like, that's a lot of coincidences to be happening at the same time. There was once I do spirit messages.
Hot.
Hot. Everyone hot in here?
Yeah.
Right, well, it's just putting out, but you're all hot, and it's... Right.
As well.
What you tend to find as well is, which is a bit unfortunate, but you tend to find that you can, especially when we sit at the table later, your legs will all become freezing, right? Right, and spirit come round, the spirit kids come round your legs quite a lot. Thank you. Right, so... Hey? What was that?
I'm supposed to get scared this morning, I'm not phased by anything yet.
But do you know what though? You're not phased by it because you sat in a room with a lot of people and you don't really know what's what, and that's fine. But it might be different if we sort of put you on your own somewhere later.
Oh, no, you're not doing that.
No, we're not saying that we would.
True.
Oh, it might be different, and it said true.
Yeah.
So I think it probably would be different if you stood on your own somewhere. And also, like in the hall, there's chairs, and if I say, oh, that's a scary chair to sit in, and then you send someone to sit in it, is that psychological, they get worried, or is that just something that is a scary chair?
Yeah.
So it's difficult to know really what's going on. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to up the game now, because it has been, I might even get a device out if I've got any game with me.
Start.
Start, yes, I'll get a device out and start, exactly. I don't know. No, forget that, can't find you. Looks that. Right, so what we're asking you to, we need you to make a bang now, we need you to make a noise. Can you make a noise for us, please? Can you make a noise? All right, we're going to raise the fear levels a bit. Can you press? No, I can do it. You said optimistically. Oh God, shouldn't have so much crap in my pocket.
Help.
Help. What do you need help with? Why do you need help? Right, so I think that might be it. Oh, so I might not. What do you need help with? Can you explain why you need help? Right, so we've got any... Oh, I don't know. So that should give us a bit less light in a minute when the cat...
Book.
Book. Right, so it's interesting that we're looking at a book and it's saying book. Is that a coincidence? It said start because I was talking about doing something different. Then it's talking about book, which is over there. You've asked for the cover of the book or the page of the book to be moved over. So didn't you can move a page of the book for us, please? Can we make a noise? Can we do something to let everyone know that we're here? Is anyone bothered about being touched if I asked you to touch anyone appropriately? I know, it's Me Too and all that lot, you know what I mean?
Watching.
Oh, so you're watching, that's fine. Do we feel more comfortable now that we know that?
No.
Are these just random words that are being thrown out? Because they all seem to make a bit of sense. I don't know, what do you lot think? Skeptics, this is your chance.
No, I think it's just words.
All right, it is definitely just words, but are they random? That's the question.
I'm thinking, have you got a YouTube channel or something?
So we've had that debate before. One of the things that someone says about this is, and I get it, is that so someone asked the cat ball to flash.
Make the cat ball flash, please.
Oh, it's died. Anyone else want to ask? Anyone feel lucky? Thank you.
Running.
Running. Well, you will be in a minute, I'm sure. Anyone fancy running? Apart from the
No.
lady with the hat?
No running.
Right. So how many people think they're psychic or have had a psychic experiences?
You don't look at me for.
They try to work out why you're here. No, I'm joking.
It's just gone cold, hasn't it?
It has dropped a bit. So, right, so I think we've got a lot of activity with that. The problem we've got is, I feel like the higher part is warmer than the lower part. Or am I wrong? Are people feeling cold legs or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snake.
Snake?
Start.
Start. Keeps asking us to start. Now, I'm not being funny, but they're sort of looking for you to do something, Spirit. So, I don't know what we're supposed to do. What do you want us to do? Can you give us a clue what you want from us, and then we might be able to do it? Now, some of the stuff we've had in different parts of the building, footsteps, voices, doors opening, stuff being thrown. Something's playing with my hair at the moment. Can you give us a name of somebody in here? That'll impress them. This is weird. When we had a small group in Skelton Manor in Wales, South Wales, we put the name in here because we could fit the names in. And we was doing table tipping on this Victorian table. And Lisa, me good lady, was saying, I bet you used to have tea in here and all that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then this said, Jasmine Khan, kitchen, as if it was ordering her to go and make the tea. How weird is that, really? Someone actually on the table and then sending them to the kitchen where they would have got the brew.
Died.
Right, did you die here then? Would you have died here? Can you tell us what year you died in, please? I'm going to give it one more minute with this and then we're going to go for another device. and then we're going to sort of go for different ideas.